Welcome at the BIMUN International Multi-Flag Nations 2004. Today, we have assembled to open the BIMUN Conference 2004 held in BIMUN, Global Challenges for International Security, this year under the auspices of Professor Klaus Töpfer, Executive Director of the United Nations Endowment Program in Nairobi, and Professor Mrs. Winiger, Director of the University of Bonn. This is our third BIMUN conference, and I promise this to you. It's going to be the third successful one. For the next 4 days, you will be simulating to be in the position to change inequities, to help improve life of those who suffer, to do what many others do not do. But maybe, when you go home after this conference, you will take some of the experiences you'll make and the ideas you'll get in the following days with you and turn them into reality. So take the chance, get to know new perspectives, views and possibilities, and most of all, get to know new people. Good luck and have fun.
It will require a 2/3 majority to pass this vote. We refer to this as agenda item E. All in favor for resolution?
I would suggest that independent specialists
recommendation to close all concerned ports in Europe as quick as possible.
It would not be necessary the need to close all ports in Europe. It would be not necessary, but perhaps just to make a recommendation that these 3 ports are closed. And
Vote 8 to 6. This motion fully passes. Now in 3 minutes on moderating.
Welcome to the closing ceremony of BIMUN 2004. You have just finished the last session, and we hope that you enjoyed being here and that it was a rewarding experience for you. From our perspective, this was a successful conference. You did great committee work. But I think the chairpersons and the committee contact persons are more suitable to judge the results of BIMUN 2004. Therefore, I kindly ask the chairpersons and the committee contact persons to present their results. Honorable chairpersons and committee contact persons of the Economic and Social Council, you have the floor.
Hello, honorable delegates and secretary. This is the Economic and Social Council. We had a committee that out of 21 persons, only 2 have previous experience. So, as you can understand, that was a little difficult for me. I want to thank you all for this very nice opportunity that was given to me.
Would the chairperson and the committee contact person of the European Council please come forward?
Good afternoon, delegates and members. The European Council faced 3 daunting tasks over the past week. Institutional reform of the EU, the accession of Bulgaria, Romania, and most notoriously that of Turkey, and the proliferation of AIDS HIV within the EU. And of course, we can't forget the surprise crisis with bushcraft crisis.
And I give the floor to the chairperson and committee contact person of the General Assembly plenary.
Your Excellencies, Honorable Secretary General, staff, distinguished guests, it is my honor and pleasure to present to you the results of 4 days of intense work in the General Assembly. But before I do so, let me share some things with you so you can get an impression what the GA of BIMUN 2004 was all about. When I asked my delegates what they thought was unique about our committee, they responded that we are probably the only one where the delegates have to be reminded by the chair not to put their placards in their mouth. Or where the delegates are coming up with motions to remove Christmas trees out of the conference. An interesting observation that that I made myself was that negotiations during the caucuses were so intense that they were continued even in the restrooms, causing disturbance among staff members using these facilities. This is a quote. I can't sign, no, the way it stands right now, I can't sign that blank thing. But when it came to working, as delegates, the members of the GA showed great respect for one another, which could be seen in numerous caucuses where every delegate, no matter whether the nation would be small or big, could voice their opinion. This simulation was a very, very great success, and it is my hope that there will be many, many more to come in the future years in Bonn. And now I'd like to thank you for your attention and yield the floor back to the Secretary General.
And now the floor is open for the President and the Committee Contact Person of the International Criminal Court.
We had a very lively group that kept us on our toes the whole time. The debate was always very spirited.
And now please come forward, the Chairperson of the Security Council and the Committee Contact Person.
Madam Secretary General, BIMUN staff, delegates, and honorable guests, I've had the pleasure of being Chairperson for the Security Council for the past 4 days. It's been a wonderful experience to work with these incredible individuals. They have traveled from across the globe and bring with them a myriad of perspectives and experiences that have proven essential in exploring the topics presented to us. The Security Council was charged with unraveling a complex web of relationships that produce threats to international peace and security. It has been long held belief that bodies such as Security Council lack the mandate or the jurisdiction with which to approach topics such as health and the environment. But these past 4 days, the speeches and discussions have clearly demonstrated this is not the case. They have proven that the link between these concerns and conflicts that divide the world is indisputable. Indeed, threats to world health and the environment are not only a result of the instability and conflict, but also a cause of it as well.
And last but not least, the Chairperson and the Committee Contact Person of the World Health Organization. You have the floor. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is with disbelief that I stand before you now. Weeks of increased excitement and anxiety have resulted in 4 days of great debate, great people, and a great deal of laughter, especially with people on my committee. In the WHO especially, this has been the case. And that is why I would like to begin by thanking the 21 delegates, and yes, there was only 3 males there, who had to endure my somewhat unusual company for about, 24 hours. Just this week. This group of people that came to represent all corners of the world have experienced a lot of frustration, confusion, and success in solving the hardships, facing the dilemmas, the world's health dilemmas. Our greatest accomplishment came with the passing of a resolution on the impact of HIV/AIDS in Asia. It was a long and well-battled 3 days before an agreement was reached. The agreement focused primarily on a media campaign, which was very unique, to improve knowledge of the dangers of the disease worldwide, but firstly in Asia.
The Secretary General, Ms. Nina Gupta.
Thank you. And have some last words. Finally, as my last action as the Secretary General of BIMUN 2004, I declare sessions BIMUN 2004 closed.